Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. This is taken just shy of the 10 here.
Let's go. Their own 18-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Give him 6 yards in the first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Yo. Gun. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Catch made by Slayton. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
General West. Black. He's crashing. Black.
To throw, Cousins. Flush to his right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
SOS.
A second down throw for Cousins. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Listen. Gun. Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? Mike, check. Good route here. 59. I'm coming for you. You mine. Check 50. Hey, Alpha. Mike is 59.
Cousins again. And Pascal's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
On first and goal, Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Gun. Check. 59. Gun. Cut. Mike 5'9". I know. Gun. Mike, check. Wide. Man, I got you. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Here's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Mike, 53. Hey, we're good, we're good. Mike, let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 53 to Mike. 53, check, 53. Check, 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 check.
Cousins now. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. There defensively was Buster's screen to knock it away.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points we put on the board.
They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Avery Williamson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
First down, Jacksonville.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Super one.
Here's Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Now they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
First down, Jaguars.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now a play fake, and it's gone. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. That one good for 37 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They run it with Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing on third. Gone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a gain of 6.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Off play action. Here's Goff. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Back to throw, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Will Dissly, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Jaguars have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a play fake here on first down. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use them.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Alexander Madison, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Cousins the thrower. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Cousins, and that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The ball situated at the 9. Second and goal. Now it's gone. Back back to the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Goff now looks to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field. But that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down and then some. 36 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Carson. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, pick your game up.
Now Cousins. Trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
I smell fear in that offense.
Throwing, Cousins. Catch made by Slayton. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing
From the red zone now, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Dante Fowler make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Cousins letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. I'm here.
3rd and long for Cousins. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will close the gap down to 14. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Short throw to Disley. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He finds his target, Fuller. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 40.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Goff picked off by his former teammate, LaMarcus Joyner. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
All day, dog. Check.
Play action. It's gone. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Gone. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
80 weapons. Listen to me. Hey, box drop.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter.
Hey, exit. Mike, 58.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. To throw, Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Ric Flair.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Let's go, Heavy. Gun. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Clark. Hey, Echo. Hey, Doc.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
A gain of 12 yards.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Cousins again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Here we go, tonight. 180. Let's get in that hole.
Back to throw. Goff. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Here we go. 180. I got you, son. Check 4.
On first down, it's Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now it's Carson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Carson. And able to work his way down to the 16. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 16. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This is Carson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Result of the play is a turnover down.
All day, every day.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's complete to Slayton. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Darius Slayton, 82 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Jacksonville, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Colts,
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They say you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for that. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex slick, then he